Hey guys, it's Rob here. I wanted to make a video of my experience rebuilding a cylinder. So, there was this one cylinder, you guys, especially on Instagram, would have seen. But I went through multiple different tests of the cylinders, and it came down to a few that were having some issues. But the most notable one was a cylinder that would not activate. The only thing that worked is its return. So you could push the arm back, because this is the left shoulder for Dook slash Pasqually. So our right, but his left. So basically, it was not activating, or if it was barely at all. It was basically just not working properly, and no amount of flow controls and stuff was fixing it. So ultimately, I decided to just take it off and rebuild it, which I'm probably gonna have to do for a lot of these cylinders. So, yeah. So the first thing we did was clean off the cylinder as soon as we got it off. And as you'll see, it was quite dirty, especially around the actual bronze-ish orange bit. But then eventually, yeah, it didn't take too much cleaning, but we did get it cleaned up. And after that, I tested it. It actually was working, but I did have some people telling me that it could freely move as long as it wasn't attached to something. So I could run into issues if I put it back on. So I went ahead and rebuilt it. So yeah, continued on with that. Okay, so I just got the cylinder part, and what is that? So most likely, after, going through everything, this is most likely what was causing a lot of the issues, was this black gunk. So basically, it seemed to be just gunking up the entire cylinder. And although the rings were not bad per se, I still ended up replacing them. But definitely, I think this is what was causing the most of the issues, because again, that was just really restricting movement inside. So I went in, we cleaned that up, which you'll see here. Okay, so after some advice from people, we figured out how to get this off of this part. It was pretty difficult, but we did eventually get it done. And well, I did figure out why this was having issues working. So yeah, once we got in there, let me show you this. Let me zoom out. Yeah, so down in there was the O-ring, and it looked just like this, broken, just snapped, like completely. These other two I got out, and we're gonna replace them anyways, just because I'm sure I have no clue how old these are. These are probably very old. But, these look fine. This does not. Obviously we need to replace this one, so, yeah. I'm gonna be cleaning these off, of course, and then getting these replaced, greasing it up again, and, yeah. So, I'm just glad I finally figured this out, though. They are now being washed off. Okay, so I went ahead and got some O-rings, and then also some grease, as you can see right here. So I'm gonna try and go ahead and do that now, but before I do, I actually ended up figuring out that the O-ring that was inside the cylinder, or whatever it was not actually the O-ring, and this was. So it was like inside, let me show you. So right on the inside there, like where the rod would go in through here, there's actually a little slot that houses the O-ring. So I got that out. So I don't know what the other thing was, but miraculously, by using whatever thing that broken O-ring we got, it's the same size. Like, I did not take this one to the hardware shop. I took the broken one, and it still worked. This one's, like, it's the same size. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and grease everything up, and then put these O-rings in. So yeah, I will show you guys what that looks like afterwards. Okay, so I went ahead and greased everything up and put the new O-rings in. Unfortunately, one of the O-rings did not fit properly. It was unfortunately, yeah, it was not an exact fit, so it was a little bit larger, and it ended up not working well. So I went ahead and put it in just to, you know, have the cylinder sort of assembled, but yeah, I'm definitely not going to be using it because it'll get stuck. It's going to make the entire cylinder not work properly if I use it. So yeah, so gonna go back tomorrow, get the right size. Hopefully they have it, and yeah, then we can finally put this back together and test it out and see if it works better. It should. So yeah, wish me luck there.